What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So there was a few things I did want to talk about today, and you probably did end up seeing that title. And yes, I do actually mean that Motorfest Free Roam could take notes from Need for Speed Unbound. Now, I'm not saying one game is going to be like 100 times better than the other, or say like one game is terrible, because despite a lot of the things going on in pretty much most of these games nowadays, I still really enjoy playing both Need for Speed and Motorfest. But the thing is, guys, I feel like that game can also benefit from a lot of things that Need for Speed Unbound did, and I really think having, more games in competition really is important. Now, you might be wondering, well, what do you mean, Block, that Motorfest, like, free roam can take notes from Unbound or something? Well, here's the thing, guys. We all do know there's going to be a good amount of things to do on Unbound in pretty much every aspect. I mean, we're going to have the playlist and all that. I'm saying this from an actual standpoint that we all do know this game gets a ton of hate behind it, but you know what, though? It is still a fun game to play, man. Like, I feel like players would actually enjoy it. But in free roam right now, you're going to notice that, yeah, there's players everywhere cruising around, like over here. You can actually do the races in the actual lobby and join them, and I think people can see you racing around and stuff. This person over here is going to be with the police and all that on a 5-level heat, so that's going to be pretty dope. Then we're also going to have the link up thing over here. But here's the thing though, guys, even with all of that stuff going on multiplayer, like the free roam on this game does feel so dang alive. And also, one thing I admit, I did not realize how good Unbound actually looks. Some of this can probably come down to the fact that I wasn't really playing this game all that much before, but after the lockdown update, I've been really playing this a lot more often than I did. Funny thing is, I've been having a great time playing this game again, and I'm also able to drive the lovely Type R here, which is pretty dope. Don't question what it looks like because it's a special edition. But here's the thing though, what I was talking about free roam comes down to a couple of different things. The first one here is going to be a thing in Unbound called the League. Imagine something like this in Motorfest, guys. Now here's the thing. Things like this could easily work in that game, man. So if you are wondering how this does work, you actually are going to have to do the main challenges here. Then you can actually face the said racer, go through the entire list, and actually earn cars from doing this. Yes, there's cars involved in it. Imagine something like this in Motorfest. Let's say there's like a league or something like that in there. I know they probably can't call it like the Racer League, but let's say it's something similar in that game. Maybe they can have a bunch of racers, different challenges you have to do. Once you actually complete a few challenges, then they can add a special edition vehicle into that said thing. Now, I do understand they don't have to have new cars. We all do know most of the new cars in the games are probably going to be something like a body kit, but they could easily add something like that. You race that said car in like a 1v1 like the Rivals thing that was added, then you're going to get a new car, you move up into the list. Something like that could work in that game as well, and that's probably going to make things more fun in free roam. Like, you might have to drive a McLaren or something for like 10 minutes or something like that, similar like the actual challenges in the playlist, but this is going to be tied to something different. They can even have challenges tied to like different rivals, like beat this said rival maybe 5 times or something, beat that one like 7, beat this one a few times in like a certain time limit with like a different car, then boom, you beat that. Then you can actually do the 1v1, win that special car, move up to the next one. Like, am I actually tripping out here, or something like this can easily be possible? When I was actually looking at Unbound, now I do understand when I was looking at the Racer League that I have none of it completed. That's also because I was doing Lockdown before, which I still am playing that a good amount. So I really haven't done much of this stuff, but I'm most likely going to. But when I was looking at it, I was like, bro, these are so dang cool. Like, there's different challenges after it. You have to 1v1 that racer, you move up to the next one. There's cars you can actually get. Like, something like this can easily be in Motorfest, man. The entire beautiful map in that game has so much potential. There's so many areas and things they can do with it. And I would prefer the map not to stay empty and all the challenges and none of that stuff to even exist. Speaking of challenges, by the way, in Unbound, you're also going to notice there is going to be challenges you can do daily and weekly. Motorfest has the weekly challenges in the actual main stage, but to be honest, they're pretty terrible and pretty dang bare bone for what they are. That's all you can actually do. Imagine having regular daily challenges in that game as well, guys. For example, on Need for Speed, when looking at this, you see like maintain a single drift for 7 seconds. Draft for around 20 seconds during races. And that's the funny part though, like, you could easily have challenges like that in Motorfest, man, and to be honest, I'm surprised there isn't. You could probably have like complete 2 drift events or something, complete like 2 or 3 feats, Get yourself like 30,000 bucks from them or something. Have like the weekly challenges give like 50 or 60,000, like the ones in the actual main stage itself. Add some daily challenges in there that players can actually do, complete them, get extra money, XP, level up the main stage a little bit quicker. Like, that would easily drag more players into the game and most likely allow them to enjoy it. But instead, it's basically going to be like kind of bare bone and stuff. Like, I have been playing Unbound a lot. I go back to Motorfest. I'm like, yo, that's missing, that's missing. Unbound has a lot of really cool features that would totally work in this game. Now, also on top of that, I do want to clear up the fact that I'm not saying they can completely like copy everything about it, but they could probably take some of the designs and put their own twist on certain things. Have like a bunch of daily challenges. Maybe they can have special daily challenges that you can do or something. Like, you complete 3 or 4 of them, then there's like a special one with like a bonus in it or something. Have like 3 weekly challenges. Again, there's like a special bonus one after that where you can get like extra money and XP, maybe some free parts or something in Motorfest. Like, guys, seriously, there are so many things they can literally do with this game to really make it fun every single day. The reason why I say that is currently in the game we can all agree that you really don't need to log on to the game every single day because there's not challenges and stuff. But if they added like bonuses to the challenges and also had like the playlist having bonuses and all that, then guess what? A lot of players are most likely going to go, yo, I gotta log on to Motorfest today and do my dailies. Like, seriously, man, I would be doing it, legit. I would be doing them every single day. I've been doing them on Unbound a bit, even though I don't really need that much money. But if you can actually get XP, if you're maxed out on money or you don't need the money, then you can get XP, level up, maybe get some free parts every day or something, get some free spare parts, maybe some crew credits. Like, seriously, bro, this stuff could easily be in there, and I would love to see it. The only thing that does concern me a bit is, yeah, we are going to be heading into year 2, and there has not been a single thing about any of this stuff being added, even after all the videos like I made, content creators have made. So who knows, maybe talking about this more is actually going to get it out there and really make it so they might end up adding it. When I was playing Unbound a bit recently, guys, I'm like, you know, there is so many things in this game that really do work, and other racing games can take notes. Again, this is why competition is important. That way they're going to look and go, okay, that game's doing this game isn't. Maybe we can do something like that, but a little bit different, making players actually want to get on, play it. We all do know having like the Chase Squad update thing was kind of odd, with having this update in that game, then having the Unbound like main Hot Pursuit thing was kind of funny to me. But we all do know each game is going to be different when it comes to licensing and all that stuff, so it's obviously not the same thing there. But I just feel like, guys, if each game would actually take good notes from each other but not completely copy everything, but put their own twist on certain things, would be so dang amazing. And that's probably the biggest thing, though. Like, Motorfest has so much dang potential. I've been actually really enjoying Unbound lately, playing the lockdown game mode, doing the playlist. And the thing is, I really wish Motorfest actually had proper PvP in it. We all do know it's got grand races. Yes, I do know that, but no actual PvP playlist whatsoever. The fact that we actually have a motorcycle playlist in a Need for Speed game that's based on cars is hilarious, man. We don't even have that in Motorfest. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of potential being lost here. And that's the thing, though. I'm not saying it's completely gone forever, because they could easily turn this stuff around and make it even better. It's never going to be too late to add the proper fixes, add the things players do truly want. Then that would actually make the game even better, bringing more players in, which of course is going to help the company. And I feel like actually delivering things players want, whether it's going to be challenges, an entire like league thing to where you can progress through it every single month, that would be so dang dope, man, and give players a bigger sense of progression. Because at the moment, we can all agree, guys, I'm going to say it, Unbound's overall progression and things to do is easily ahead of Motorfest in basically every single aspect. Now, that's the thing, though. I'm not saying it's going to be completely cooked or anything, because they could easily turn that stuff around, man. Like, it's not going to be written in stone or something. They can easily add stuff into it. And I do think if everybody comes together, the community starts asking for it even more, it could easily happen. And what's actually kind of insane, though, is I have been playing Unbound a lot more recently, ever since the lockdown update, and I'm like, yo, this game is actually so dang fun now. I understand this game got a ton of hate before, but we have to be honest, man. Look at like the positives, look at the good things the game is actually doing. The same thing can actually be said for Motorfest, man. Look at both games, look at their positives and negatives, and see where they can actually grow and become better. I have been playing Unbound a lot and looking at stuff on here. I'm like, yo, a lot of this stuff could actually work in Motorfest to make the game even more fresh or even better. And a lot of this can actually come down to what you're most likely getting out of the challenges, or doing something like the league or something like that, to where you actually grind it out. You're going to get cars cars from it, and you're most likely going to get things you can actually use or even like benefit from it instead of getting something like a title. Do let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And also, there's one last thing I did want to add on to this, though. We all do know a lot of these games nowadays are putting a lot of updates out, at least if you want to call it a lot of updates. The thing is, though, they really need to listen to the players and actually see what they want, which I do feel like in Unbound they really have been listening. They've actually been adding some pretty dope updates that people have been looking for. Like, for example, guys, the lockdown game mode is legitimately like a heist type of thing, and it is so dang entertaining. Players are really enjoying it. Instead, the companies are actually aiming at putting updates out that they think players actually want, and they're not listening to the fan base, and to be honest, it is completely hurting every single genre.